Well, have you ever thought the hard earned money, what you earn and save it in a bank, is it really safe in the bank? Does bank keep your money all locked up only for you? The answer is no. Because when you save your cash in the bank is going to use that cash to give loans to different people. So your money is being rotated to others to make more money. That is called the banking business, which every bank in the world does. I'm not telling here don't save your money in the bank, but instead of keeping cash in the bank, if you do the right investments, you're going to double your money. So today we are going to be learning what are those 5 right investments what you can do rather than saving money in the bank. Before starting this video, I would ask you all to please subscribe to my channel so that I can keep making informative videos like this for you. Let's begin. No matter how many amount of crores of cash do you keep in the bank, financial freedom does not come by saving your money in the bank. Financial freedom comes by doing the right investments, and this is one drawback where we all lack because we don't have the right financial advisors to do the right investments. Let me give you a simple mathematics. If you save your money in the bank, if the bank gives you 4% of interest, and if the inflation in the market is 7%, then your 100 rupees of investment after 1 year is only going to be 94 rupees, which indicates that you're not safe, you're under a loss silently. The more and more you keep accumulating funds in the bank, you are not financially safe because inflation is never going to stop, and more amount you just keep saving up in the bank by doing nothing with that cash, you're just going to be under loss after 10 or 20 years. So let us all change our mind. How can we invest rather than save? Because investing is going to double our money in the future, whereas saving is just going to be the same even in the future. So now let's learn to make the real wealth, and let's learn what are those 5 assets where you can invest in 2025. So let us begin with the first investment, which is called the God's money, gold and silver. So once a financial advisor had told a very famous quote, why should I trust man-made money when I can hold something created by the God, which in our case is gold and silver. And man-made money is what? The note what you have and the digital currency what we all have. We all know from over the course of hundreds to thousands of years, people have been saving their money in the form of gold and silver. And even till date, you can see the gold and silver prices which are rising very high. Whereas the dollar and the rupees currency has not been raising that high. Now why is gold and silver so safe? Because nor the bank can control this form of money, nor it can be created. It can only be found, it can only be mined, and nor does the value of gold and silver is dependent on any kind of political policy. Now just give it a thought. Big currencies like US dollar, rupees, yen are depreciating their value year by year. So what will you trust on for your family's future? If you take the value of INR, it is 86.5 rupees per USD, which means $1 back in the time was 80 rupees, and now it is 86.5 rupees, which means to buy the same thing now in today's world it is 6.5 rupees extra. Whereas if you see gold and silver prices, it has been skyrocketing over the few years. And if you pay good attention, on bad times, on inflation, gold and silver prices hike up, stock market will come down, real estate will come down, but gold and silver, God's money, always keep spiking up. So whoever back in the time held huge amount of gold in their banks or with them have been profitable in today's date. Whereas 10 years down the line, whoever saved their money in the banks have not been profitable. In fact, they have been under loss. And in India, gold is an emotion. Dhanteras, Diwali, Dashara, and so many festivals where gold prices hike up. And if you see the stats of 2024, there have been 35 lakh marriages in India, and people have bought 4.25 lakh crore rupees of worth gold. According to a report, Indian households have accumulated a total of 21,000 tons of gold, which brings a value of 165.85 lakh crores of value. Major amount of gold is accumulated only by the rich. Middle class people always put their funds in FD, RD, which ultimately gives you low returns. And gold is a smart and a long term asset which is only going to go high. And don't mistake it as a show off. Smart people will see it as a right investment plan and not show off. It was valuable back in the time before 100 years, and it will also be valuable even after 100 years. And most importantly, if you invest in gold, your gold asset is only going to be yours. Neither does the bank involves, nor does the RBI or anybody involves in your asset. Whereas when you stack your money in the bank uses that money to make more money because that is their business. And gold is very easy to sell, convert it into a cash, and it is also low risk. So let's move on to our second asset, a second investment, which is small ventures. When we start our financial planning, most of the people get stuck only in salary and savings. But the truth is, no rich in this world have become rich only by savings. Savings is definitely good for survival and to take a kickstart. Once you accumulate a little amount of funds in your bank, you should start focusing on wealth creation. And how do you create it? One of the way is small ventures. Small ventures is basically a small business idea where you even work and also do a side hustle, small business idea what you can start even while working, and you earn a side income. That is small ventures. It will also help you in your day-to-day financial needs, and it will also develop an entrepreneurial mindset in you. In today's day, low investment and high returns is what everybody is seeking. What can you start? What are you good at? Anything, whatever you're good at, you figure it out and start something with a low investment and try to scale it up to a high return valued business. So in this, you also learn how to take risks, how to deal with customers, understanding profit and loss, most importantly, how to do business planning. So these are the things what you also learn in this journey. Comment in the comment section if you have any business ideas, and type yes if you will start your business plan today. So what is our asset number 3? Asset number 3 is investing. Like for example, rather than buying an iPhone, what does the iPhone do? 1 lakh worth iPhone, same money. If you invest that same 1 lakh over the course of 1 or 2 years is going to be 1,25,000 or 1,50,000 if you do high risk investments. The goal of investment is to create a passive income which will keep growing on its own year on year, and always think long term, not short term. You can't make money short term. You can only make real money and real wealth long term by doing long term investments. And you should also find something which compounds over the year. Now you have so many platforms to start your investing journey, like stock markets, ETFs, index funds, mutual funds, gold bonds, PPF, cryptocurrency, and you can also do SIP on cryptocurrency. I've made a dedicated video how to do SIP on cryptocurrency. If you haven't watched that video, link is in the description, go watch that. But to all of us, even for me back in the time, all of these investments, doing investment was so confusing that I did not understand one little thing. So it is very important to choose something which is safe and which compounds over the years. Let me give you a small example. Shiva is a traditional thinker. When he got 10 lakh rupees, his father asked to save it in the bank and create an FD. After 20 years, he got a return of 32 lakhs. But because of inflation, the currency value kept coming down, and his friend Rohan, who invested in stock market the same 10 lakh rupees what he had got, with an average return of 15%, in 20 years Rohan's money doubled into 1.63 crores. And another guy, Neeraj, who did 10,000 rupees of SIP month on month with a very interesting step up SIP strategy month on month with only 10,000 rupees, which would increase 10% every year. In 20 years he made 3 crore rupees. The conclusion is very simple. Shiva saves his money in the form of FD, and Rohan and Neeraj, because of their investment mindset, they make more money. Even the great Warren Buffett says his wealth has come by compounding interests. So don't just save, do the right investments. There are so many platforms I told you, choose one and stick to it over the course of at least 5 to 10 years. So let's move on to our next asset, intellectual property. It's nothing but IP. Now let's talk about an asset which does not connect with the market, nor can you take from anybody. This is an asset which can only be generated by your thinking, by your creativity, and by your idea. Intellectual property IP is something which is the financial asset. Once if it is created, lifelong throughout your life you can sit and earn with that. This is an asset which turns your hard earned income into a recurring income, but you need a very good business for that, and that only comes by good thinking, creativity, and your great idea and a great innovation. IP is a tool which can secure your content or your innovation, no matter in what sector is it, whether it is a product, a brand, tagline, or even if it is something as digital creation. You can get the ownership of it. Slowly, even in India, people have been learning the importance of IP. In 2024, 1.5 lakh Indian startups have been registered, which are totally working on IP based ideas. So if you want something like this, you have to be extremely innovative and you have to be extremely dedicated to build something. It might take years, but if you crack the code, I'm pretty sure you can also be one of those people who have their own IP, intellectual property. Now the last asset is going to be second-hand market. Now everybody wants new things but for low prices, which is why resale market have been booming really up. People want branded items, but they also want in a budget, which is why using second-hand products have become the new trend. People have shifted by buying original products to second-hand products, because nobody is going to ask you if you have bought this for the first time or this is a second-hand thing, because when you buy something, it is new for you and also for the people around you, unless and until you tell them. So what are the sectors which is booming in this resale second-hand market? One is smartphones, second is computers, third is cars, bikes, furniture, and also branded clothing. Used second-hand phones market has crossed $6.5 billion. Imagine if you have electronics, cars, furnitures, and clothing. You can also jump into this gold mine and dig gold out of it by selling them. You don't need to own all of these products. Even if you know somebody who owns this and wants to sell it, you can list it out somewhere for them, or you can source all of these items and create something for people where they can buy it from you, which is basically called zero inventory model. You just have to source these products out. You don't have to own it. Once you source it out, you sell it to people who wants to buy it. One of the biggest sectors in this resale market, real estate, where you can make immense amount of profits only by that 1% brokerage. There are people who are also doing drop shipping by using second-hand products. No investment, no warehouse, nothing. Just seller and buyer, and you are the mediator who are going to merge them and make commissions and earn money. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and comment down in the comment section which is your favorite asset, which is your favorite investment out of these 5 what you learned today. So think smartly and invest your money smartly. I'm not telling not to save. Savings are good, but not over a long period of time. So save. Once you accumulate little amount of funds, invest that in the right platform, make more money. And before making any right investments, always consult with the right advisor or somebody who has great knowledge. Don't just watch a video and start your journey. Only start with the right information, and hit the subscribe button, like this video and share this to your friends. And I shall see you in the next video. Tab tak ke liye Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.